Okay, so basically, me and my sister took our kids to the pool yesterday, and my sister invited her coworkers. It was two guys and their girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
These are not my people, not my friends. I don't really talk to them at all. I told my boyfriend I invited my boyfriend to the park, like to the pool. He didn't want to come, and I told him literally he was sleeping the whole entire time we were at the swimming pool, and I told him as soon as he woke up. So like he's mad at me because I didn't text him and tell him like, oh, there's guys. My sister invited two guys and their girlfriend. So
So,
like I don't know what to do. Now we're just like having this argument and it's coming off like he's accusing me of doing something.
and you got kids,
Yeah.
and the kids were at the pool as well.
Mhm.
Okay. Are they his kids?
No.
Okay.
I got one kid. I have a daughter and my nephew went to the pool.
Okay. Okay. Um. So he wouldn't even know that guys were around that you told him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
Today's 7 months.
How old are you two?
I'm 23. He's 27. Dude, that's why I'm saying I would ignore him too, Bree, but I don't know.
Okay.
He's he's tripping, I think.
Okay. So what is he saying to you specifically about this situation?
X would have been nice, this and that. And I'm like, do you not trust me? He could never answer that. So I don't know. The way he's saying what he's talking, it's like he's accusing me of cheating on him.
What is he saying specifically? Not like what is it like he's saying. What is he saying?
He doesn't tell me like he goes to parties. I don't I don't know.
He goes to parties? Like what kind of parties?
Like, they have like their family sometimes has like little parties they throw, but that's about it. But
But
I
this
don't ask him like, oh, you could have told me this person was there. I just don't get like why he's mad at me because I told him the same day he was sleeping on the phone, and I literally he was sleeping on the phone the entire time I was there.
Okay.
I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. He's projecting off something
No.
because of it.
It doesn't sound like projection. People throw these terms around. It's like this context doesn't tell me projecting. It just seems insecure.
So was I wrong? Like, do I apologize for not texting him that like they were coming? But I told him, so like I'm not really sure how to like go.
But you can just I wouldn't apologize. My position is like if you didn't do anything wrong, there ain't no apologies to be made. Because then that just reinforces their opinion.
Hmm.
But you can be like I didn't consider that, that you had like this boundary or this issue. But moving forward, if that situation occurs again, then I'll let you know. But hopefully you don't think I'm really cheating with my child around. Even if I was
That's
to
what
do
I'm
that,
saying. Like, I'm
right?
not, he's just not understanding. I told him, I invited him. Every time I invite him everywhere, wherever I go, he comes. I invite him.
Right.
He doesn't want to come. And I told him, like, you would have seen that they were there right then and there if you would have came.
Yeah. Yeah, this is insecurity. Like none of the details sound like anything fishy was going on. It's like one, the girlfriend was there. Two, I have my child. Three, I invited you here. Four, I told you you wouldn't even know a guy was there unless I told you. If I was going to cheat, I wouldn't have invited you. My child wouldn't be there, and I wouldn't have told you, right? But when people act emotional like this, like his insecurity, has he been cheated on in the past? Do you know?
Yeah.
Well, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not thinking logically. If he was thinking logically, this would make perfect sense. It's like, well, it don't even seem like a situation where you even would cheat. So, yeah, this is just insecurity based on past experience, which you can give a bit of grace for, but don't tolerate any kind of like poor treatment either.
Yeah, there's like I talked to my mom, like there's a certain I give grace to everyone because I would want someone to give grace to me.
Hmm.
But there's like a certain extent to that. Like if you're always like throwing out, oh, like I think you're cheating, not coming out and saying it, but your words, like how
Has
you
he?
put them.
Does he do that often with you?
No, no,
Okay,
no. This is like the first time
first
this
time.
happened.
Okay, so yeah, you can communicate that what I told you as far as like okay, that would give him something. Where it's like don't try to do it when tensions aren't high. It's like he's already
Mhm.
activated. It seems like he wants to argue. That's not the time to have that conversation. You got to have that conversation when he's kind of like cooler heads prevail. So you have that conversation when he's kind of chill. It's like I understand what you're thinking, but like if I was going to cheat on you, I certainly wouldn't go about it this way for all the
That's
reasons
what
that I
I'm
listed
saying.
out.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, but you
I'm like,
can't say that during people are not hearing you when tensions are high. The part of
okay.
their brain that thinks logic is shut off when they're like emotional, right? So that's not the time
Mhm.
to do that. You got to have that conversation when they're cool. So the olive branches you can extend is okay, if a situation ever occurs like that again, I'll let you know immediately, right? But
Mhm.
I'm also not going to tolerate a bunch of cheating accusations. If you want to have a discussion about something, you let me know and we can talk about it. But I'm not going, you guys set a boundary too.
Mhm.
Right, like I'm not tolerating, like I have not done anything to you.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mhm.
you play it that way and see if he still is being unreasonable or he doesn't let this go, you must let him go.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't let it go, you're just going to keep having these type of conversations, and then this
Mhm.
situation will make him even more suspicious of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, dear. Best luck to you. All right.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that is annoying. That's uh, that's what you got to deal with when people have like some trauma in their past. Sometimes they're like talking to the person who hurt them through you because they haven't fully processed it. You ever had that happen to you? Like someone's arguing with you and it's like, I don't feel like you're talking to me right now. You're talking to somebody else. What's up, Sabrina? Your ring is in the mail, love. Let me know when you get it. All right, again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person, and I'll bring you up. All right? I will bring you up. Whoops. What just happened? You can also leave a question in the chat, and I will answer it there if I don't have a caller, but you get better answers when you call in, folks. I don't know if that's obvious. Like, look at her situation. Like, the answer I was giving her when she was leaving the question in the chat was completely different from when I actually talked to her. Completely different. Typo in the building. What's up, Typo? Typo been putting in work. Typo, we gonna add you to the Signal men's chat. Exclusive access. Exclusive. That's why I share things I don't share publicly. You know, got some gems in there already. I was talking to the fellas last night. I'm like, we gotta add Typo in here, man, so he can benefit. After Dallas? Okay. So after Dallas, you'll be invited, brother. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I have my boyfriend. He's normally pretty generous with his friends, and so like if he goes to a wedding, he'll give them cash of like $500.
Right.
But like when we go out, like most of the time, I end up paying. And he's like never ever given me a gift ever. Now, to be fair, he only gives cash gifts, and so it'd be kind of weird for him to give me cash.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't but help feel like neglected.
How long have y'all been together?
10 years.
Whoa. Okay. How old are you two?
41 and 45.
All right. So, how'd y'all meet?
Work.
Okay. Is there
And
any?
I do rank higher than him, and I do make more. Maybe that's why he lets me pay.
That's an important detail. Like, is it like significantly more?
No.
Okay. So, is there any other way that he pours into the relationship?
No, like we stay at my place. Like I buy the beers and the food, and even when we go out, like if I'm employed, then I'm paying. Like we don't even split it a lot of times. Like I don't.
Who pays the bills?
I do.
Why?
Well, we don't live together,
Okay.
and so I pay. So we stay at my place, but he has his own place.
But y'all always spend time at yours.
Yeah, because his place is too messy, and he won't let me over because I have seen his place. It is. I'm not comfortable in it. It's just really, really dirty.
So y'all spend most time at your place. Y'all have been together for 10 years. Has it been the same pattern for all of 10 years?
Yeah.
Have
And
you,
I'm trying not to like let it mean anything, but I just feel like he could put more in, and I can't tell if that's a reasonable request or not.
does he pour, like, when I say pour into the relationship, I'm not talking about simply financially. Does he pour into it in any way?
I mean, we hang out, but like I have a kid, and so we're pretty casual. Like I'm not looking for something like really serious. But I mean,
Oh, y'all been casual for 10 years.
yeah,
Well, then that's your issue, love.
okay. So that's why he won't. He only gives it to his friends, or
I mean, you're making it very
and
easy.
he's not seeing anybody else. I'm not seeing anybody else.
How do you know that?
We spend like every second at my place.
Okay. Why do you not want something serious?
I have a kid. I just don't really want his dad to feel like he's being replaced.
What would change about y'all's relationship if y'all put a title on it?
Nothing. But we also met at work, and so like we didn't tell. We were very like secretive because we're not allowed to. But then I quit, and so but we just kind of kept it.
So understand that your reasoning isn't grounded in logic. So that means there's a deeper emotional reason that's making you not commit to this person. You just say you don't want his dad to feel replaced. That's a cool justification, but if nothing would change based on how you all engage each other, then what's the point of not actually calling it a relationship?
Well, so I would like it to be called a relationship, but he would not because I have a kid.
Okay. So what you are asking for is something that typically occurs within relationships. So you would want it to be a relationship. He doesn't want it to be a relationship because you have a kid, and yet he's spending every waking moment with you.
Yeah, he's like at my house like 24/7.
Yeah, well, he's not emotionally available. Again, I want you to really anchor on this point. Nothing would change if y'all put a label on it. Nothing would change. So why do you think he's psychologically resistant? So he's met your child.
Yeah, they actually get along really well. They play Mario together, but he
Right.
doesn't want to be a dad. He wants to be like a friend.
Yeah, he wants to keep his options open and not have any kind of expectations placed upon him.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I'm reading the chat, and it sounds like I am making a mistake.
Big mistake. Really, really big mistake.
Really?
Beloved, this is so bad I almost think you're trolling me.
I swear to God, I'm not.
Okay, I believe you're not, but I want you to. I said that to show you how bad this is. It's so bad that I almost don't believe it because it's like we're talking 10 years. You have a child. He's around your child. You're not in a committed relationship, and he's flat out told you he doesn't want a committed relationship, and you want a committed relationship. So why are you even entertaining someone who doesn't want one?
We get along really well, and we hang out a lot. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like for me, like I don't care about the label because we do spend like every waking second together.
Okay.
Like he's either at work or he's at my place.
But people
and
who
so I
people,
don't worry about him cheating. And so like to
hold
me,
on,
like
hold on,
I'm
hold
like,
on,
do
hold
I
on.
need the label?
Hold on. People who avoid labels typically have some degree of emotional unavailability,
What does that mean?
meaning they don't allow you to fully see them. They don't fully give themselves to you.
But like you said, it doesn't change anything. So why should I care?
Okay. I'm gotta be honest with you, love. This is a really bad situation. Respectfully, in your 40s, this is something that should be known at this point. This is not good. If you're saying that you want a relationship, then you're wasting your time with this person. Intimacy will not increase. Now, I mean physical intimacy, I mean emotional intimacy. And the thing that you are requesting, you're not going to get because he doesn't feel responsible for giving it to you because you're not his woman.
That makes sense.
All right. Yeah,
thank you.
Oh. There was a lot more to unpack in that situation. I just didn't feel like doing it. There was a lot. That could be a 2-hour call. Let's unpack a lot of this shit. There's so many problems here. So you have a child. You're basically training your child to orient themselves the same way in relationships. Yeah, too late now. She already invested 10 years. Yeah. That's a cooked situation. That's top 3. Yeah, it was top 3 most annoying calls I've ever had. Top 3. How are you not aware of that? That's ridiculous. She's emotionally unavailable too. Both of them. That was damn near an NPC conversation, bro. What are we talking about? Well, she's been with him for 10 years? Yes, with no form of commitment. I can barely even process that. That's why I was like, are you trolling? What are we talking about? Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so I have a question in regards to I'm dating someone, but I kind of messed up and I want to kind of like fix it.
Okay.
And I just need to know, like, how can I fix it?
Well, I need more details.
Okay.
What happened?
Basically, we're long distance.
Uh-huh.
And he's basically spoken to me before about, like, ignoring him.
Uh-huh.
And I did it again. Basically, he's like, if I don't want to talk for the day, I should just say, hey, I'm not in the mood today. Basically communicate that. But I didn't feel the need to communicate it. Or I don't ever, because he does it sometimes too, but like he went on vacation and he didn't speak to me for like 2 days. So why is it that if I go ghost for a day, it's an issue if you do it?
Okay.
So he basically got upset. Then he kind of like blowing me off now.
Okay, how long have y'all been dealing with one another?
So we've been dating since November.
Okay. Are y'all in a relationship?
We're exclusively dating.
Okay. And how frequently do y'all see one another?
At least twice a month.
Okay. How old are you two?
I'm 30, he's 40.
30 and 40. And how did y'all meet?
At a wedding.
Okay. How many times has he had this complaint?
Say it again?
How many times has he had this complaint generally?
So basically he said, you know, he doesn't want to go a day without hearing from me just to make sure I'm okay.
Okay.
And I do disappear some days. Like, I just could disconnect from my phone. But he's feeling like I should just, you know, send a text. So he did say it maybe twice. And he basically said he's noticing it as a pattern and he doesn't like it. Like, it's a pattern now. It's not...
When he brought up that concern those first 2 times, what was your response?
I'm like, okay, I understand. I get it. That's fine. And then the second time, I kind of was like, okay, but we're not like in a relationship, so I don't think it matters. But he's just like, it's just simple communication and I need to work on it.
Okay.
So now this is the 3rd time and he's kind of like...
Okay, let's go back to the second time. You said, we're not in a relationship, I don't think it matters. And then he rebutted. And then what was your response to his rebuttal?
was just like, whatever. Like, okay, fine. I said, okay, I'll try to work on it. Yeah.
Okay. And then the
And
third
then
time, what did he say?
he's like pissed about it.
Okay.
He's just pissed. He sent a text saying like, we spoke about this before.
Right.
And he's like, I'm learning you, and I'm a man of pattern, and I'm listening to what you say, but your patterns are becoming red flags, and it's kind of scary that you don't even want to like communicate simple things. So then he basically said the words like, I don't know if we're aligning.
Right. Okay.
I don't like that he said that, and I don't want to like.
Why are
I
you?
also thought so too. So I had the conversation. He said, we're not aligned. And I was like, oh, I think I agree. And then I was like, okay, well, we can look back at this and laugh one day, that, we don't align right now. But I feel like alignment and chemistry is two different things.
Yes, you're talking about chemistry and compatibility. You need both.
And alignment. But the alignment is just me not communicating. That's not misalignment. That's just something things people can work on, no?
Well, yeah, you were given multiple opportunities to work on it.
Say it again?
I said, yeah, you were given multiple opportunities to work on it.
So that's a reason to just like disregard me now?
Mm-hmm. There's women who break up for this exact same reason. You have to understand, this is long distance, right? So when you're in a long distance relationship, you have to make up for the fact that you can't see each other that frequently with communication. Like if y'all were in the same
too, though.
You gave me one example of him doing it too. So what was the context of him doing that?
He was on vacation and he went 2 days without speaking to me.
Okay, that one time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not a fair comparison because it doesn't sound like you have that expectation of him, right? Now, if you brought that up, sure, but it still doesn't solve the issue, right? Because he's basically expressing to you like a standard that he has for a relationship. If you don't agree with that, that's fine, right? Like if you were to tell me like, well, I don't want to talk to him every day, then you would need to tell him. The mistake that you made was that you agreed and you were going to, that's what he's mad about. You're telling me you're going to do this and then you don't do it. If you really can't or have the capacity or the desire to talk every day, then that needs to be clearly communicated. You're avoiding conflict by saying like, I'll try or I'll do it. And then just knowing you're not going to do it though. So what's the reason for you not texting every day? Is it just like a desire of not doing it or is there something more going on?
No, it was just like, he said something to me that I was like annoyed by. So I just was like, oh, I don't feel like texting him today.
Okay, well then there's a deeper issue here. So that means that you not talking to him is not necessarily due to you not having a desire to. It's because your core issue is conflict avoidance. That's what created this whole problem. Yeah, so it's like you didn't want to say no about talking every day, but you actually would talk every day unless you get annoyed by him, and now you just avoid him because you're annoyed by him. This is going to be like, do you want a relationship with this person? Like, are you trying to head towards relationships?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you have to work on. That doesn't mean you have to be like super good at it right now, but you have to start taking baby steps in that direction. So you have to start speaking up for things that you don't like.
I'm not good at that. Like, I'll like let it pass me like 3 or 4 times, and then I'll like let it pile up, and then I'll like say something.
Exactly. But it's okay to not be good at it, but look at everything as a skill. People who are good at it, they just built the skill for it. They just practice it. So you can have, like, this is a rule that I would stick by, right?
Okay.
This is something that you can practice. When you want conflict or there's something you don't like, you may feel discomfort bringing it up right then. Don't let the day end without bringing it up. So stick by that rule. So don't let a full 24 hours pass without you bringing it up. So he may say something or do something you don't like, and maybe you feel a little bit of resistance not talking about it right then. But then at like 6 or 7 o'clock, you shoot a text or bring it up.
You know what it is though? Like I like to keep the energy high. And I like to be like, I'm more a playful, high energy. I want to joke. I want to laugh.
Right.
And I just like to keep it that way.
I got it.
And then
but
he's just like the opposite. He's like very stoic. Okay. So it's like,
but you can do, but that's not a relationship though, love. Because one of the things I tell people, it's like one of the biggest things you're looking for when it comes to vetting a person to see if you're a good fit for them
Mm-hmm.
is assessing whether or not they have a willingness to repair. One of the biggest red flags is how somebody deals with conflict, right? Because you have some people who avoid it, and like you said, when they avoid it, you still are bothered by it. Then you just explode one day. So now you just
Mm-hmm.
create a bigger problem. So you know you're going to bring it up, and you know when you bring it up, it's going to be a bigger conversation. What it
Yeah, I'm
needs to
gonna
be.
be like hostile or like aggressive.
So now you ruined the whole day when something could have just been like a quick conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you don't want to kill the vibe, you're killing the vibe by letting things build up and exploding. That's killing the vibe more than you bringing it up when it's still a smaller issue. You know?
That's true.
So that rule of don't let 24 hours pass will help you a little bit. I would just be honest with him because on his side of the aisle, he may feel a couple of things. One, he may feel like you're not respecting him. That's one thing.
That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah. And then also with that, a lot of guys look at a woman not wanting to talk to them that much as like a sign they're not that interested.
No, so he goes, he's been intentional from day one. He's been vetting me to be his wife.
Mhm.
And the fact that I would just go and disappear because of something I feel is he's like, imagine we're married and this is what you're gonna do.
Right,
Are you gonna ignore the kids too? And I'm like,
right,
what the hell?
right. Now
How did
that's
we
a
get
that's a
so
leap.
far?
That's a leap. But the Carter, what he's saying is true because like conflict serves the purpose of like you're going to have conflict because you're getting to know a whole nother person, right?
Right.
So y'all are going to have like differences. And then part of the relationship is like kind of working through those. And through conflict, you get closer.
Yes.
Like it doesn't have to be toxic conflict where you're like calling people out of their name and cursing them out and shit like
Right.
that. No, it could just be like, I don't like this. And then like they understand and then y'all work to find a common ground, right? You do that, you get closer, right? But you prevent yourself from getting closer if you avoid it. So
Right.
I would reach back out to him and tell
I
him
did.
okay. What did you say when you reached back out?
So I was nasty and disrespectful a little bit, and
Okay.
then I calmed down. So we spoke, and because basically I'm in town
Okay.
right now, and he works double shifts, so I wasn't able to see him yesterday. But I told him like I don't want to fight with him because I was like I basically said I'm only gonna ask you one last time, and you might want to get your act together. And he's like, my act is together. I'm dead ass serious. And I'm like, are we going to go to dinner? Because I was supposed to take him out for his birthday. And I'm here now, basically. But I did text, I'm not coming this weekend, find other plans. But I was still coming. I feel like I was just looking for attention from him.
Right.
So that was like wrong. But now he's kind of like trying to blow me off and
Right.
kind of be like,
Right. Yeah.
he doesn't
So
want to talk. But we spoke and he said we can do dinner Saturday. But I did text. I said, only, I'll respect your decision, but like if you feel like it's not right, we can just talk in person.
right.
Yeah, we can just talk in person. He said, okay, we can talk Saturday or whatever.
Right.
But like he hasn't even said, he normally texts me every day, good morning. I didn't get a text today. So I'm like, he's really must be serious to the point where I might not
100%.
get him back. I don't want that though.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get your act together, love.
But I don't want that though. So like, is it in a way that I can like reverse this and like?
But you got to solve the deeper issue. So the thing about the conflict, you got to focus on, and then also you acting out of. Don't communicate when you're emotionally charged.
Right.
Like, don't communicate when you're emotionally charged. So, like, just tell people to like give you like he's trying to force you to communicate. Like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing out of emotion. So just give me a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing that's going to go a long way with this is accountability. Like, you apologize.
Okay.
I am genuinely going to working on it. I know you probably don't believe that, but I'll prove it.
That's
But
just
you can't-
proving
but
something to a man. Just
See that mentality though. Y'all got to get off
I
this
know,
social
and
media
I really
shit.
do. I really do like him.
Okay, well then don't mess it up, then love.
His consistency, like he's been like very consistent.
And this is
very-
this is a rare individual. This is
Yeah,
a rare.
he
It may take you
is.
another 10 years to find somebody like this.
Yeah.
So really consider that because it's not asking for a lot. It's not a big request. This is just okay. I'm going to, if you do the 3 things I told you to do, handle conflict within the same 24 hours. Don't talk when you're emotionally charged, so you can avoid saying things to disrespect. Because this sounds like a guy who ain't gonna tolerate a lot of disrespect. So like, you keep doing that, he gonna cut you straight off.
He's actually a cop.
Okay, so and then when you do have this conversation, there ain't no you did this. No defending yourself. Just take full accountability, and actually work on that. Because the only thing that's gonna make him believe you now, like he probably believed you before verbally. The only thing that's going to make him believe you now is behavioral change. That's it. That's it. So you got to really take this seriously. I'm telling you, 40-year-old you regrets it. I'm telling you right now.
My heart's like in my ass.
Right.
Being that he's like being a little cold, and I'm like not used to that.
Yeah. So go ahead and do what you got to do. All right.
Thank you.
All right, dear. You have a good one.
You too.
I know my fellows looking at that profile pic. If it doesn't work out, I'm sure some DMs are going her way. So some DMs are coming her way. But yeah, you gotta. I think the laughing was like more so her being uncomfortable. Hey Kiki, if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna send some shooters your way. I'm gonna wear like a fake mustache on her DMs. Are the glasses on with a big ass nose? I'm certainly not Marquette. It's not who I am. I'm not that person from TikTok. I'm a whole nother individual, actually. But yeah, I think the laugh was just like nervous. It wasn't her laughing at the situation. It sounds like she really does want to make this shit work out. But sometimes we just learn patterns. W said, "What's her at?" She in the chat, bro. Don't distract her right now. She got to focus on fixing this relationship. But also that social media shit. That social media shit of like, I don't want to do this for a man. I'm telling you, these miserable, lonely women gonna keep y'all single. Telling you. Look at how the Bible describes a wife. You don't describe them like that. That ain't how it describes it. Right? So, men these days different. Men these days are different. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But one way that they're different, especially the quality ones, is they not tolerating no bullshit. They're not tolerating no bullshit. So, if you got you a good one, understand, you gotta get your act together, because they will move on, because they're so rare. They can just find somebody else who will treat them better, you know? A lot of women have been like that. But now men are starting to be like that. Now men are starting to be like, wait a second. I don't have to deal with this. So, yeah. Better get it together. But that's how I move. You got a couple of tries with me. I'm like, actually, I'm cool on it, love. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. So, I have a question. Well, I recently am going through a breakup.
Okay.
And I was dating a man that was 18 years older than me. And so I just want your perspective on, like, if you feel like I moved wrong in the situation.
Okay, talk to me.
So he was 18 years older than me. Mm-hmm. He was selling his home, going through a divorce. Mm-hmm. So I let him move in with me. Mm-hmm. He had, we dealt with a lot of insecurities. Like, I could be sitting downstairs on my phone, on TikTok, whatever the case. He would think that I was talking to another man. The last big blowout was I was on the phone with my cousin. I went to the front of the subdivision, walking down the sidewalk to check the mail. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking on the phone with her. He blows up. He leaves the house, like speeds off from the house, assuming that I'm on the phone with another man. But never have I ever gave him any reason or any indication to think that I was talking to other men.
Right.
So back and forth, we would go, you know, he would always say when he got mad, well, I'm leaving, you know, and I would try to work it out. I would try to have conversations with him, and I tell him that's not a way to resolve conflict.
Right.
And then after that last time when he left, I kind of made him stand on it. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, because he came back that night. But he didn't answer my call for the whole day. I called twice. He didn't answer my call. So, mind you, I have 2 children. Now I will say this, he was a very, like, kind man as far as, like, you know, how he worked with my children, things of that nature. Like, he was very sweet. You know, he is in the education field. You know, he's a principal. So he had a lot of good qualities as far as patience, but just major insecurities. So I'm getting to the point. So he ends up getting a promotion. Well, let me back up. Before he got the promotion, when I made him leave, he was asking to come back and work things out. And I'm kind of like, no, like, this is kind of stressing me out. Like, you have a lot of insecurities. It's not really working and stuff out. Well, anyways, he ends up getting a promotion. And I was kind of like, oh, well, you know, that's a good thing. Mind you, when he was staying with me, he wasn't helping with any bills because he was going through his divorce and he still had the house that he was solely financial for. So we had the financial issues where he wasn't helping me financially. We had the insecurities and other things. But then when he got the promotion, I was like, oh, okay, well, now you can help me out a little more. So now I was kind of like more open to us working things out. Well, now he's on the type of time where it's like, nah, because when I was trying to get back with you, like, you didn't want to get back together. And so now I don't know if that's what I want anymore. So what is your take on that?
Okay, let's unpack all of it. So, how long was he married?
3 years.
Why did he get divorced? Do you know?
Because he said she was disrespectful.
Okay. So, how long was he separated before? Like, did you meet him after he separated?
Yes.
Okay.
2 years.
He was separated for 2 years. Okay. How long did y'all date before he moved in?
Like, maybe 5 months.
Okay. So you did it for 5 months, then he moved in. How old are your kids?
3 and 7.
Yeah, you made a big mistake already, love. How old are you?
34.
34. How old is he?
53.
Okay. Jesus Christ. You prepared to wipe some ass? Are you prepared to wipe some ass? Because he's about a decade away from ass wiping age. Okay, so...
Well, I just felt like because he was coming to me as a stand-up guy, you know, it's a lot of BS out here. So I was trying to try something different, truthfully.
Yeah, but that was a big misstep. Okay. So, how long did y'all live together before he how did he move in? Like how did that conversation unfold?
Honestly, he didn't, my house wasn't far from his job, so he was staying over like multiple days a week, and he ended up deciding that he was going to put his house on the market. And so we just had a conversation of like, yeah, you know, you can come and move in because it's closer to your job and you want to take everything out of your house, so you can put it on the market. So
it wasn't his idea. Like you kind of proactively volunteered.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So, so dated for 5 months. He moves in, and how long was he there before he left?
About 8 months.
8 months before he left.
9 months, something like that.
And then he got a promotion. How soon after?
After he left, it was probably like maybe a month and a half.
Okay. And there was no bills being paid while he was there?
No, he wasn't paying any of my bills.
Okay. So you basically told him he wouldn't have to pay anything? Or did he just assume?
He told me that he wasn't going to be able to because he still had the mortgage over there at the other house, and he was trying to go through all the logistics of the divorce. Just trying to settle. But he did say, once I sell it, once I get everything settled, like, of course I'm going to help you. And I was just kind of trying to be patient. Well, he also stayed here another time before that. Because this was like during a 2-year time span. So he stayed here one time for like 6 months, and then we broke up for maybe 3 months, and then he came back, and then he stayed here for like 9 months.
Wait, so how did he stay the first time?
The first time was the conversation that I had with you. The second time was him wanting to get back together and him feeling like, you know, he wanted to move back in to feel comfortable with us being together.
Okay, and how long did he move back in for?
The second time was like 9 months. That was the 9 month time span. The first time was like 6 months.
Okay, and why did he move out again?
Because of the big blowout. The first time he moved out, it was him. He said he wanted to go because he felt like, of course, I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. Same insecurities that we were dealing with. So he left. I didn't stop him. That was the first move out. Then the last time, I made him leave because he was talking the talk of, you know, like he just felt like he wanted to leave because he felt like I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Just from the conversation that I told you that I was having on the phone with my cousin, walking down the sidewalk to the mailbox. So
Okay,
everything together was like total of 2 years.
I hear you. The big mistake a couple of mistakes here. First, you don't get with people who are going through a divorce. They haven't fully emotionally processed the relationship, and they're likely using you as like a way to regulate themselves, meaning a way to make themselves feel better. That's why people get rebounds. It's not because they really want the person, it's because they don't want to deal with the grief or the emotional pain of the previous relationship, or they want to feel desired, right? It's all based around feeling better, so they just use another person to do that. So that's the first thing. Second thing, moving in with you is crazy. Especially because you have kids. Moving in with you is crazy. Just don't ever do that again.
Okay.
Don't ever compromise your children like that. And I'm saying that, like, I'm not saying that he would do anything, but if you statistically, when children are harmed, it's due to somebody who is not related to them by blood. It's like a stepdad, a stepmom, that type of situation. You don't know that man well enough to have him around your kids. So don't ever do that again. 3, yeah, it sounds like he did enjoy you in a degree, but this was a no-brainer situation for him because it's like, oh, I don't have to pay anything. I can just stay here and get myself right. It's not that he doesn't want to get back together. It's like now he's on his feet. Now he got some money coming in. So there ain't no point in staying with you no more.
Right.
There ain't no point in getting back together. So it's not like, well, you didn't respect me, so now I got it. No, it's like, nah, I'm on now. I'm up. So it's like, I'm going to see what the other chick's talking about.
That's what I was trying to see, if he was coming from that perspective, or was he really mad about the fact that he kept trying to get back together?
Oh, two things can be true. It's possible, but he probably has less desire or urgency to do so because it's like, well, nah, I already had certain situations with her. I feel like she won't respect me. Like, if he was really so if he was exclusively just trying to use you for your resources, he would not be so bothered by the possibility of you talking to somebody else. Like, if a guy was really using you like that, he would kind of allow that situation to go on just to keep access to his own resources. Right? So I'm sure that he did like you, but there's multiple variables going on here. He feels like he's justified in his perception of you because maybe he's been cheated on in the past. I'll give you an example. I have like a cousin who, like, when she puts her phone down, she always puts it face down. She's done it our entire life since she's had a phone. Just how she puts her phone down. But she got with a guy, her fiance, who he's been cheated on in the past, and he's seen that when his woman started cheating, she started putting her phone face down. So when my cousin started doing that, or when he observed that she was doing that, like, he lost his shit because he's associating that with past situation. So sometimes when people get cheated on like that and they looked at certain behaviors that were indicators of them cheating, then they kind of just assume they're correct about you, right? So that tells me that he was kind of invested to a degree. But when you combine the variables of him not being so invested because he feels like he was disrespected, and you put him out, and you're unwilling to get back together, and then on top of that, he up now? Like, because you just said you're only willing to get back together now because you see that he's making more money.
Yeah.
You're, oh, you can help now. He might be aware of that too. I ain't helping you. Nah, you didn't respect me. So now I'm going to go out here and do what I need to do.
But that's what I'm asking you. Was I being disrespectful?
No, the behavior, well, based on what you told me, because I'm sure if I talked to him, he probably would paint a bigger picture. But based on what you told me, you talking on the phone with your cousin while you check the mailbox is not disrespectful. No.
No.
But yeah, it's probably not gonna work out, love. But your issues were not the disrespect. Based on what you told me, your issue, big issues, letting this man you barely know move in with you and your young kids, and then 2, getting with someone who is processing a divorce.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Best of luck to you. Ooh wee. Y'all gotta be careful with them kids, man. Y'all gotta be careful with them kids. Ain't nobody ever met my son. You won't meet my son unless we are in a relationship. There are people who they start dating someone, they automatically introduce you to their kids. And now your kids just seeing people come in and out of your life. Hell no. I don't see how y'all do it. Jesus Christ. Especially not living. Whenever I see a child harm, man, like look at the news and stuff like that, I immediately got smoke for the parents. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Like there's been times where it's like, okay, you've been with this person for 10 years. It's like, I get why you trust that person, right? But a lot of times, just like the parents just don't be adults, man. They're just not mature enough. They're too focused on their personal desires. Like I've seen people say they have kids, they're not dating to their kids 18, or at least can. I don't think you got to do that, where it's you stop dating until your kids are grown, because that's a little extreme, although I do understand why people do it. But one thing I do understand is I've heard women say, I'm not going to date until my child can talk. 100%. 100%. 1000%. It ain't about you no more. You know? You got kids, it ain't about you no more. If you want to be selfish, either don't have kids or wait until they're grown. But it's once you have kids, it's not about, you're not the main character no more. All right. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Good.
It's funny that I pulled up on your page because I just got off another person's page. This was a woman, so now I want a man's perspective.
Okay.
So I've been dating a guy for about a year and 2 months now. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was married for 15 years, mm-hmm. and we actually finalized our divorce in May of this year.
Okay.
Now, during the course of my marriage, and he says this is a boundary thing, so I just want to know from a man's perspective, how do you feel about it? Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of a detailed story you want me to give you, but ask questions if need be.
Okay.
So during the course of my marriage, my ex-husband purchased me a car. He didn't purchase the car. He just has the car in his name. Mm-hmm. Okay. And, there's no payments. I don't have to communicate with him regarding the car or anything like that. But it is my car. I make the payments on it. the gentleman that I'm dating now has asked me to give the car back because it's in my ex-husband's name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have any other means of transportation other than his car that I've been making payments on. Is there any wrong in me keeping the car to continue the relationship with him?
Is he gonna buy you another one?
So his proposal was I come up with $5,000. He gives me $5,000 to put down on another car.
No.
That's his proposal.
Nope. Nope. That's silly. How long have you known this guy?
A year and 2 months.
Are y'all in a committed relationship?
It wasn't supposed to be, but it turned into such, yes.
Okay, so y'all, how long have you been in a committed relationship?
I would say 2 months after us starting dating.
Okay.
So a year. I would give it a full year.
Okay. How old are you two?
I'm 44 and he's 49.
How long after your divorce did you meet him?
Well, the divorce wasn't final until this year of May. So during the time that me and him had been, dealing with each other, the divorce was in process.
Okay. How long were you separated before you met him?
We've been separated for about 4 years.
No, how long were you separated before you met this new guy?
Yeah, 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Were you dealing with the husband at all during that time?
No.
Okay. So, when did he find out that your ex-husband was paying for this vehicle?
No, my ex-husband doesn't pay for the vehicle. I pay for the vehicle.
He just got the vehicle for you.
The vehicle is just in his name. Let me give you the scenario.
Okay.
I had a Mercedes-Benz, and I got some bad gas for some reason. I took it to the dealership. The dealership said that there was a socket stuck in my engine head. So it blew my engine. So with that being said, I had to now file for bankruptcy in order to get the Mercedes-Benz off of my credit because they would not let me purchase another vehicle. So my kid's father, which is my ex-husband, put the car in his name in order for me to be able to have transportation to get back and forth to work and travel around with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the scenario behind it.
Okay. Gotcha. It don't really change anything to me, to be honest with you. I mean, you got kids with him. So just look at this as like similar to child support.
Well, he's hardcore set on boundaries, stating that it is a tie, and that because it's a tie to having a tie to my ex-husband.
Yeah, you have kids with him. You already have a tie with him.
His thing is my kids are old enough to talk to their father on their own. They're 16, 17. Right. So they're old enough to communicate with him.
How would this, okay, so what would you need to talk to him about with this car?
I don't. They don't. He doesn't even have. They don't send him any communication regarding the car. Everything comes to my address, text messages, whatever is all through me.
Here's a problem. He don't like the fact that you're driving a car that's in your ex-husband's name, and now it symbolically represents like your previous marriage. Right.
I agree.
So it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. So like, if you were going to tell me like, oh, he was going to buy you one.
No, he don't want to put a car in his. He don't want to put a car in his name for me. He would rather give me $5,000. I put $5,000 and I put another car.
Why? No, he wouldn't do that. So you want me to give away this free car, and then come up with $5,000 to get another one, so you feel better? Fuck out my face. Yeah, yeah. What was the advice you received from the other person?
She told me the opposite, total opposite, and this is a female. That's why I said I wanted a male's perspective. She told me the total opposite, that he's not wrong for feeling the way he's feeling, because as a female, if a woman came into the situation and he had that car from his ex, right, you wouldn't want that to be the situation for you. For me personally, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't personally care.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not. I have to meet up with you to pay car payment, or I have to, I don't have no communications with him regarding the car whatsoever.
Yeah, it's an ego thing. So nah, you like if it really is important to you, you can buy me one. I'm not paying for one. That's just a bad financial decision.
I said that too. Why would you make me come up with $5,000 and $10,000? Now you know what we could do with $10,000 at this point. To go back and try to repurchase another vehicle.
Just
That's
so
a
you
waste
feel better.
of money to me.
But also, like, if he has this much of an issue, this is based on insecurity, and insecurity moves. So it's like his insecurity is right here, right now, and then it's like, let's say you do agree to this, and he fixes the car, right? Now the insecurity isn't focused on the car; it's going to focus on something else.
I said that too. I said there's never going to be an out with this situation, because let me tell you this, and I'm just being honest, and y'all can judge me all you want, and it was just for me to prove a point. He suspected that I was cheating on him, so he asked me to take a lie detector test. Listen, he asked me to take this lie detector test back in November.
That's hilarious,
right? Okay. I pushed it off. So I said, you know what? I'm tired of sitting here going through these motions of you. I'm just going to prove
I'm imagining you getting strapped in.
Right.
Just mad as shit. And now he's looking at your keys on the table and he's swiping bitches off the table. He's getting strapped in.
He's not even allowed in the building while you're there. But
I didn't know you could do that. So you can like just pay for a lie detector test?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $450.
Okay, he could have put that to a new vehicle.
Thanks. However, to appease the situation, I went ahead and I did it.
Okay.
Now, I passed the test.
Okay.
You know what the first question he asked me was?
What?
How did you pay the lady? Because we split it. He asked me, how did you pay the lady? I said, I tapped. He said, let me see. He asked me to show him my bank account to see, because I passed the test, to show him my bank account to see if I gave her some other extra money to kind of like, I guess, say I didn't pass the test.
Nah, you gotta leave this alone, love. You gotta leave it. How old is he?
49.
Yeah, you gotta leave this alone. Y'all only been dating for a year. This gets worse. I want you to understand something. First year, they're on their best behavior. Men and women. Like, it takes a while to like for someone to fully like show
themselves.
Right. If he's making you take a lie detector test first year.
That's 6 months in. That wasn't even a year. That was 6 months in. He actually asked for it.
You still honeymoon phase 6 months in. If he's asked you to take a lie detector test, you had to pay for it?
We split it.
Okay. Even that. Why did you have to split it? You want me to take it?
Right. I said that. Listen, I said that too. I said, you know what? It's a waste of my money. And it's not only is a waste of my money, it's a waste of my time, because it's not going to change anything.
Love, you gotta have a bit more self-respect for yourself, okay? Because that's your part in this. Like, he's crazy, but that's your part in this. Like, don't tolerate stuff like that. You, like, trust yourself, right? Like, yeah, I help people with this dating and relationship stuff, both men and women, when they're in very complicated situations, because no one really teaches us how to orient ourselves in relationships properly, right? But your original thought on the situation was accurate. You gotta trust yourself with this kind of stuff. You don't even need to go ask nobody for advice, because you knew him asking for the car wasn't something that's reasonable, and you knew a lot of detector tests weren't reasonable. So you gotta like trust your own discernment in these situations. If you feel like someone tripping, you just got proof for 2 situations that you weren't wrong. Sound like you got a good head on your shoulders, right? So it's like you gotta trust that. This is something to leave, because this goes really south.
I said that. I feel like it'll end up as a crime of passion type of situation at some point.
So you might as well go ahead and leave now before he gets there, because he ain't far off.
I agree. And now you're right, because I am second guessing my thought process by even questioning and getting other people's opinion, regarding the situation. So you're absolutely right.
So go ahead and cut this man off, because another 6 months, he gonna cross that threshold, and now he's like, she's mine now. You don't want that. He might not let you leave. So go ahead and cut this off.
He's asked me to marry him.
Nah, definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that. He gonna get you to sell that car, and I got this tricycle for you. Pedal this to work. So it's like, nah, go ahead and cut this off.
I'm telling y'all, I'm just sitting here like baffled with the whole situation, and if you would hear him talk, you should hear like it's so manipulating, very much so manipulating, and then so aggressive. Like he's just so adamantly aggressive about it.
Right. Yeah, you just gotta leave, love. Same way you
I
left.
mean, I agree.
Yeah. But follow up with me, because I want to make sure you do.
Okay.
I need to hear with you within the next 30 days. All right?
How often do you go live?
Every day at 12 Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right. I'm going to do a notification for you so I can listen to you more too as well.
All right, love. Well, I truly wish you the best. Look forward to talking to you again, all right?
I thank you. Thank you for the information and help.
Absolutely. Take care. I want to know who it was. Y'all got to be careful who y'all listen to, man. Like, I'm a coach, yeah, but one of the issues with being a coach is it's a low barrier of entry. Because anyone can just call themselves a coach. You know what I mean? Anyone can just call themselves a coach. And a lot of these coaches focus on the surface level. Because y'all probably been in other lives. They don't ask a lot of questions. They hear what the person's saying, and then they just give them an answer and move on to another caller. Like, you got it. Like, if the person ain't really like trying to fully understand all the variables of the situation, that's the first red flag not to listen to them. A woman told her that this was a reasonable man and that she should sell her car and then put $5,000 as a down payment on another one. I can only assume that he wants her to make the payments on it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. No common sense. So be careful who you listen to. Now, for those who are new here, this is not a biased space. Everyone, all my day ones let you know. If you're in the wrong, man or woman, I'm gonna let you know you're in the wrong. Try to be as unbiased as I can. But my God, bro. I'm a woman. This is not a reasonable request. He probably needs a car himself. Yeah, it wasn't reasonable at all. It was batshit crazy. I'm surprised she didn't leave with the lie detector test. That was the crazy part. Like, the car part was also crazy, but at least I understand his thinking. To be like, you need to take a lie detector test? I didn't know you. How did you even know you could do? Did y'all know y'all can just pay for a lie detector test? Polygraphs and pseudoscience anyway? Yeah, I know. They aren't like admissible in court, are they? Like, you can't provide that as evidence. That's where the story took a rapid turn. Yeah, I did not see that shit coming. I didn't see the lie detector test coming. Whoa, she can go viral on TikTok with that story. Love, if you ever want to be an influencer, tell that story on TikTok. Virality guaranteed. Virality guaranteed. You might be sitting on a bag, low key. This may be like something where Tyler Perry reaches out. Well, Lifetime reaches out. We would like to use your story on Lifetime. Entertain these old ladies that watch this shit. This goofy ass network. Nobody's gonna have anything but negative comments. Sure, but negative comments are still engagement. If you can like withstand it emotionally, you can go up. Yeah, like that. Who the fuck did I marry woman? Who the hell did I marry? Was her shit true, or was it like turned out to be false? I never did like follow that story, but I remember it going super viral. Mia, you missed it. You missed the juicy one. He may have someone else on the side when he started doing crazy things like that's no trust. Maybe. It was true? Okay. I don't remember the details. I seen like little clips of people reacting to it. I know the person doing the polygraph test was like, really? You gonna pay this shit? All right, come on, sit down, strap it in. Have you cheated? No? True. All right. Thank you for coming out. That was a smooth, real quick $450. I'm in the wrong business. Start selling some polygraph tests. I'm in the wrong business. True. I just imagine you sitting down, like strapping in for a polygraph test. Someone asks you, have you cheated? And you know damn well you ain't cheated. They probably would have thought I did cheat because like I'd be so mad I'm there. So you got real emotional with that question because this shit is goofy. I don't want to be here. Going half was wild. You would have to pay for the polygraph test, pay me for the inconvenience, and then when I got the money, I never talk to you again. I would never talk to you again. Half? To make you feel good? Mm-mm. Buddy probably has like a subscription arrangement. Pay annually for that shit, for access. That shit's wild. We've had quite a few tales today. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I've never done a live, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of going through a huge marriage issue. It's been going on for a while. I've been married for 7 years. I have 4 children. They're all about a year apart, 6, 5, 4, and 3.
Okay.
I got married in 2019, and I had been single for about a year after an ex that I had been dating. That relationship was a bit off because he lied to me and he was married at the time. And lots of things went down before that. Well, when I met my husband, I found myself in a state where I felt like I was trying to protect myself. So I understand that he tells me that I've disrespected him a lot. And I haven't really found a reasoning to I don't really understand him in a certain way because he always mentions like my music or my characteristics of how I behave that threaten his I don't really know how to explain it. Well, the thing is that through this marriage, we got pregnant right away. We moved, and we had been moving constantly. These 7 years, we've been moving up and down across states and different apartments and different homes, and no stability. Okay. He hasn't worked. He hasn't held up a job for not even 6 months, I believe. There's lots of months that he'll just be at home laying around, and I've always tried to keep, we ended up buying a house that needed to be fixed. So for a while we lived in a camper, and during that time, it's just his effort is very minimum. I mean, most of his days are just laying around with no job. But when I come up to confront him, it's always my fault for disrespecting him in the past or for my past. He throws my past in my face like, oh, well, you like low lives. And look at you. You dated, you didn't even have a real relationship. You were dating somebody that was married. Do you think that I want to work for someone like that? So Right now, I think the abuse it's very psychological. There has been a little bit of like domestic violence that I've had to call the police twice. But he always says that it's to protect me, and the times that it's happened, it's because, for example, I want to leave because the fight is escalating or whatever. So he tries to take the keys away. He takes my phone away, and then he pushes me down. Like that time, he pushed me down to the ground or whatever. I did end up calling the police, and I ended up going back to him. And then it happened again recently this Saturday that I was at a friend's wedding, and I was drinking a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, you're drunk, let's go home." And he like manhandled me into the truck. And when I knew that I wasn't drunk, so I feel like right now in my head I have a lot of that, like, don't be a victim, or don't consider yourself a victim, because he tells me a lot that I'm a narcissist, that I'm the devil, I am the leader of... He watches a lot of videos that say that men nowadays are getting disrespected by women. So I feel very confused.
Oh, you say you got 4 kids?
Confused.
You say you got 4 kids, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any girls?
One girl, the oldest.
Okay. What are you confused about?
About, like, my reality, what I do every day to demonstrate that I'm a good woman, that I take care of my responsibility for years. That since I've been with him, it's always, the house perfection, the kids, the laundry. I don't work. I take care of my home very well. And him, I cook, I bake, all of that. But he always accuses me of... you just want to go out. Your friends, your family, they're disrespectful. Look at your patterns, that type of thing. While he just sits back and doesn't work or do anything.
But what are you confused about?
He tells me, because I feel like I'm not a narcissist, or I feel like I'm being responsible with what I need to be, but I feel bad for everything that he says. He says that I've hurt him, that I disrespect him, and I don't want to be that person. So I feel like I'm continuously just there trying to prove him wrong or show him that I'm not that.
Okay. All right. When you said that he told your past in your face, is there any truth to that? Like, you dated a lot of men who are kind of lowlives?
Yeah, I think that there was a point in my life where I was just dating around, trying to find my prince, and you get a lot of frogs along the way that aren't worth it. So
what if I were to tell you you're still in the swamp?
Yeah, I kind of came to realize that he might be the representation of all of them. Yep.
You got yet another frog that you're dealing with. So that means ultimately your issue is like self-love and self-respect. Like, so your daughter, put your daughter in this situation. She's a grown woman. She's in the exact same situation you're in. What do you tell her?
I think I would tell her to respect herself and probably leave that place.
Right. How old is she?
She's 6.
6. Now, what if I also were to tell you that the longer you stay with this person, the higher the likelihood she will be in this exact same situation in the future? Because she's going to learn relationships and love through you.
Right.
So this is not a situation to figure out. You're just with a very low quality person. Because for whatever reason, we don't have time to unpack that. You can DM me for coaching if you want to go deeper. But like, for whatever reason, you have like low level of self-love and self-respect for yourself, which is why you're staying in this situation. So that's the ultimate problem that you need to solve, because until you solve it, the only people that you pair off, we tend to get with people who are on a similar level of self-esteem. So if your self-esteem remains low, you're almost destined to only be able to maintain a relationship with someone who also has low self-esteem.
Right.
The person that you're with has low self-esteem. People
I
who
do
you,
see that. I do recognize that pattern of us both kind of mirroring each other.
right, right. So you should leave
So, do
this.
you recommend that? Like, definitely, my how I was gonna proceed about this was I was gonna take time by myself, and I need him to hold a steady job, and for him to get therapy, and for me to also get some counseling or therapy.
Nope. You're trying to maintain this relationship. This relationship doesn't work. He's too far gone.
Okay.
He's too far gone. Ain't nothing gonna help him. Only thing that can help him is God Almighty. Ain't no therapy gonna help him. You need the Creator of all to change his heart posture. That's not a conversation. This is a low quality person,
Okay.
right? That's like going to a serial killer and being like, well, he just needs to talk to somebody so he'll stop strangling women. It's like, I know. I think that ship has sailed, right? What Shorty say? Elise Guillotine, right?
And
No,
what
put
do
him
you
out.
think about, like, for example, like, he really criticizes me on, like, taking pictures, being on social media. And to be honest, I do one day, I love being social. Social media has always been kind of a thing for me. And I
Right.
do want to, like, for example, TikTok is new to me because he wouldn't let me have TikTok. So I would like to expand myself in that.
Your
in
your
that
biggest
platform
your
or in that
biggest your
sense.
hold on. Your biggest problem is your self-esteem. There's nothing wrong with you posting on TikTok, but you would be posting on social media so that you can get external validation so that you can feel better about yourself. The self-esteem is the big problem that has to be solved for. So we need to solve that. You solve that, that solves all types of problems in your life. Problems you can't even think of, problems that are connected to it that you're not even aware of right now. The core of it is a self-esteem issue. So we solve that. That's the first domino that needs to fall. After that domino falls, everything else follows after that. But you gotta leave this situation. This never works. And then you're in the process of creating like generational curses and generational trauma for your kids by staying in it. It's not a good situation. They're picking up on all that negative energy. So if you love them, leave this. You gotta leave. It does not work.
Okay. Okay, well, you really did help me. Thank you.
No problem, dear. Keep me posting how it goes, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, dear. You take care.
You too.
Fellas, no DMing her until she works on her self-esteem and she gets divorced. I know we got some dogs in the chat. I need y'all to hold off. All right? You know the plan. I go first to figure the situation out. Like Prometheus, I steal the fire from the gods. I bring it back. My boys, like, hey, I got some fire for you. You don't know nothing about this fire, right? Relax. But yes, in all seriousness, she has to work on that self-esteem and self-love issue. Got to work on that. He gaslighting the fuck out of her. He's gaslighting the hell out of her. My God. Woo. That type of gaslighting leave you winded. Like, took a lot out of you. Gotta go. 7 years of that too. That's a 7-year marriage. Hold on. No more calls. What we doing? Oh, CC. Cool. Calls are done though. What's up, CC? Cecilia.
The people, huh?
What's going on?
What? What'd you say?
What's going on?
Oh, the people are requesting a little bit of cleansing.
There you go.
I missed most of the live. Hold on.
Get us right, CC. Get us right.
Hold on. I got
Go
you.
ahead and do it. There we go. I can feel it. Feel it out. We ain't even started. I already feel a different vibration going on right now.
There we go. A little bit. There we go.
There it is.
Everybody have a wonderful day. Don't let these calls get to you. Keep supporting the live, though. You know, keep coming in here. But let's get it out. Negative energy, go. Bye. Shoot.
There it is.
Okay, there you
There it is. Appreciate you, CC.
go. You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
And to think, I almost didn't go live this afternoon. I didn't get no sleep last night. The mods kept me up till like 4 a.m. Really 2:30. Then I couldn't sleep. So I'm tired today. I'm not gonna go live. And that would have been a mistake. But we have some stories today. Who said just come back at 9 p.m. tonight? I can't take another caller right now because I got calls coming up, like client calls that I got to prepare for. So I literally can't take another one. I'm not trying to deprive y'all. If your issue is really pressing, you can always DM me the word coach so you can book a coaching call. And that coaching call, it's an hour long. You get clarity over your situation so you know exactly what is happening and why it's happening. And then 2, you get a step-by-step action plan. So you can see on these calls, I give people like a lot of understanding, but it's more like the first 1 or 2 layers of their situation. DM me the word coach. It needs to be in my inbox. But with the 1 hour call, we go deep. We go deep. Absolutely. So DM me the word coach and I'll send you a link to book your call. It's not cheap. Be prepared for that mentally. I don't need nobody being like, oh, shit is not $50, people. It's not. It's an hour of my time. You have to pay for that. But yeah, very, very interesting calls today. What was y'all's favorite call? Bobby, were you meaning to come up? Or you hit the button by accident? What was y'all's favorite call today? Favorite call, put it in the chat. Favorite call. I didn't mean to request. Yeah, you did, Sabrina. Yeah, you did. It's okay, love. We can talk. I know you meant a request. You ain't got to lie to me. I'm about to get that lie detector test on you. I'm going to get that lie. Did Sabrina mean to request that she just want to talk to me? True. True. Favorite call was lie detector. That was a goated call. That was a go. In terms of pure entertainment. Kiki, remind me of Kiki's because these shits typically don't stick with me. I have to rewatch them sometime. What was Kiki's story again? Somebody remind me real quick. If Kiana was here, she can give me a summation. Kiki was the giggle, but Kiki was she gone, ain't she? Oh, Kiki. Sounds like I need to watch the replay. Oh, you missed a good one, Kiana. I already know you're gonna watch it and then talking to my chat. I already know what's coming. You good, love? But definitely rewatch it. I've never told y'all to rewatch it live before. Rewatch this one. For those of you who would like to rewatch the lives, I have them streaming on YouTube. So YouTube is at The Signal Dating, and link for that is in my bio. You can rewatch the lives. Remember to follow because I go live twice a day, with the exception of Sundays. You rewatching the old ones? Did you hear yourself call in, Mary? I almost made a clip of you the other day. But it wasn't good enough. So I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, we got like 200 episodes on YouTube right now. 10K monthly from this. I going live? Yeah, this is marketing for me. New meme alert. Go ahead and drop it. How much are your coaching calls? Slide into my DMs. I'll share all that information. I don't share it publicly. Do we have any guy callers? Did we? I don't remember. I don't think so. Before I knew I had ADHD, I thought I would have early onset dementia. Because I'm like, what just happened? I don't recall. Shit really just be until like you trigger something and then I magically remember it. CJ, what's up?
I just thought about showcasing the meme for everyone.
Gotta see it. It's not allowing me to send you a message. Okay, Maz, can we capture this person's username in the mod chat so I can reach out to them proactively? Keep the real Dez. Keep an eye on your inbox. You may have to click on like the request folder, and I'll send you a DM. Yeah, I like that one. Put that in the mod chat so I can keep it. Put that one in the mod chat so I can keep it.
That is all. I just wanted to bring the laugh because today was. Whew,
It was rough.
today was rough.
Yeah. All right, big dog. Appreciate you. It was rough. It was entertaining though, man. Like, what was your least favorite call? What was the worst call? I got my answer. What was the worst one? I'm curious. The last call was the worst one? I'll say that was the most entertaining one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Katie's situation. That was the worst call. Because the bad calls are like, at least they leave with like insight and a path forward, right? So even like the bad situations, I still can give coaching value away. Right? But in Katie's situation, that was, I don't know, I guess grow old together with someone who won't commit. I guess that's what you want. And continue paying for everything, I guess, if that's what you want to do. And can't clean. Like, that's already incompatibility. Pretty much guarantees y'all can't live together. She definitely, that's somebody with Peter Pan syndrome. That's arrested development, is who she's dating. The house being so dirty, you don't want to step foot in it? That's dirty, dirty, man. I know his hygiene ain't on point. I know his hygiene ain't on point. If you can't even enter the room, we gotta have some self-respect, man. Gotta have some self-respect. We should create stickers for the chat. I'll let you own that, CJ. I can't take that on. In 10 years. My God. Ay, Dios mío. No way. It is what it is, man. Gotta let people live the life they want to live. Gotta let people live the life they want to live. All right, well, I gotta run. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Again, if you want to rewatch the live, link in bio for the YouTube channel. What else? Want coaching? DM me the word coach. I'll send you a link to book your call. Yeah, that's it. I'm out, people. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all tonight.